A brisk breeze and sunny skies greeted the thousands of visitors to Phenix City, Alabama, Saturday morning, January 7th, 1956. They stopped in first at the Municipal Recreation Building to register, to meet the local officials, and obtain copies of the program for the celebration taking place a few hours later. The principal ceremonies were held in front of the newly painted City Hall, where the official presentation was made to Phenix City of the 1955 All-America City Award from the National Municipal League and Look magazine. The program began with a concert by the Glee Club of Central High School under the direction of Mrs. B.F. Register. Their voices were raised in a musical salute to the accomplishments that had brought their community recognition as one of the 11 All-America cities of 1955. A few minutes before 11 o'clock, special cars brought the dignitaries, speakers, and prominent guests of honor to the platform in front of the Phenix City Hall. Heading the list of notables was Alabama's Governor James E. Folsom and other well-known Alabama officials, mayors, and municipal leaders from other communities in the area around Phenix City, including many officials from Columbus, Georgia, and representatives from nearby Fort Benning. Many of the special guests had played active roles in the cleanup of Phenix City vice conditions, an achievement that was the basis for the All-America City Award to the community. A tremendous fight had been waged to get rid of vice and corruption after the shocking assassination of Alabama's Attorney General-elect Albert Patterson in an alleyway outside his Phenix City law offices in June 1954. Many of the photographers, newspapermen, radio and television reporters on hand for the special award ceremonies had covered the Phenix City story from its beginning. The award to Phenix City came after the community was nominated for the honor by the Columbus Ledger, which had won the 1955 Pulitzer Prize for its exposure of the old Phenix City's corruption. Phenix City's new reform mayor, Dr. Clyde M. Knowles, introduced the first speaker on the awards program, the Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, Ed Livingston. Chief Justice Livingston and the other justices of the Alabama Supreme Court had assigned Judge Walter B. Jones of Montgomery to Phenix City to preside over the Russell Circuit Court during the trials of defendants indicted by a special grand jury during the vice cleanup. More than 700 indictments were returned by the grand jury. The court trials required several months to complete, with some 80 persons convicted, while several others who had suddenly left town became wanted fugitives under indictment. Judge Livingston offered his congratulations to Phenix City and then introduced Alabama's chief executive, Governor James Folsom. Governor Folsom added his words of praise to Phenix City's efforts to clean itself up. He also made two important announcements concerned with the future progress of the community. First, he said, he had given approval to the construction of a new 4-lane express highway from the outskirts of Phenix City into the downtown area. And second, the governor committed the state of Alabama to pay half the cost with the state of Georgia to build a new modern bridge across the Chattahoochee River between Phenix City and Columbus. Applause greeted the introduction of Alabama Attorney General John Patterson, the son who carried out the vows of his murdered father to clean out the rackets from Phenix City. Young Patterson warned that the battle against vice was not yet won, nor would it ever be. It will always be necessary, Patterson said, to fight the forces of crime that are waiting for the day to inch their way back into power over our lives. Every citizen, he said, must do his part. They must elect honest public officials who won't violate the trust placed in them. In addition to the award to Phenix City from the National Municipal League and Look magazine, two special awards were made by the veterans of foreign wars. The national commander of the VFW, Timothy J. Murphy, made both presentations. Commander Murphy paid tribute with the VFW's highest award to the late Albert L. Patterson. Patterson had been a Phenix City attorney for more than 20 years when he campaigned for nomination for Attorney General of Alabama in 1954 on a platform to clean up the vice in his hometown and throughout Alabama. Patterson's murder, a few days after winning that nomination, touched off the vice cleanup that resulted in a new era of good government. Patterson's leadership, tenacity, and love of community were called factors that helped greatly to inspire the efforts of Phenix City to rid itself of the label Sin City. Accepting the posthumous award from the veterans of foreign wars was his widow, Mrs. Albert L. Patterson. A second special VFW award was made to the Committee of 200, the group that had worked hard to gain recognition for the new Phenix City and the sponsors of the day's special ceremonies. Accepting this award was Phenix City businessman Jack Gunter, chairman of the Committee of 200. Public opinion expert Dr. George Gallup, president of the National Municipal League, eulogized the accomplishments of the citizens of Phenix City that won the All-America City Award. But he warned his listeners not to let their civic muscles grow flabby through lack of exercise or their habit of cooperation to grow weak through disuse. Always remember, he said, that what you have won might be whittled away by hostile, uncomprehending, or unsympathetic city officials. Only the citizens, by a continuing display of interest and determination, can guarantee that Phenix City will not revert to its old condition. Presenting the All-America City Award, Dr. Gallup said, "I am sure that the citizens of Phenix City who have stuck together through the last few years are aware of the necessity for keeping up their guard so as not to lose the ground that has been gained. Citizen effort," he said, "must be continuous." Phenix City Mayor Clyde Knowles accepted the award to Phenix City, Alabama, All-America City, 1955. As the formal presentation of the All-America City Award was completed, an aerial bomb was exploded, signaling the start of a festive parade. And from the flagpole in front of the Phenix City Hall, the blue and white banner proclaiming the honor waved in the brisk breeze. In the parade were 11 bands, more than 25 floats, military units, a canine corps of scout dogs from Fort Benning, and a horse platoon. The Central High School Band of Phenix City. The City of Phenix City Float, featuring the All-America City Queen, Miss Judy Horn. The Dadeville, Alabama High School Band. The City of Columbus Float. The float entered by Russell County, which Phenix City is county seat. The float from neighboring Lee County, Alabama. WRBL-TV's mobile television truck. Float from the city of Opelika. The float entered by the JCs of Phenix City. The USS Phenix City, float of the Columbus Naval Reserve. Another colorful float, that of the Phenix City Russell County Chamber of Commerce. A colorful float by the Phenix City Merchants. Rotary hails the award to Phenix City. A float sponsored by Phenix City Churches. The float of the Ledger Enquirer newspapers. Wetumpka, Alabama's Majorette Lois Atkins in Indian costume. The float of the Federated Garden Clubs. The Veterans of Foreign Wars. Phenix City Lions. The Columbus Merchants Association float. And the horse platoon, the last unit in the long and colorful parade. A luncheon for about 300 visiting dignitaries was held at the Central High Gymnasium following the parade. About 2,000 others, including visiting bands, ate free barbecue at Idle Hour Park, the municipally owned recreation center covering 300 acres. At the barbecue, awards were made to the top high school bands that had taken part in the parade. Sylacauga High School won first place honors and the top prize of $100. Opelika's Cliff High Band took the second prize of $50. After the barbecue, many visitors toured the community to see firsthand the progress of the new Phenix City. The climax of the day-long celebration came with a public dance and fireworks display at Idle Hour Park that night. But although the special celebration was ending, Phenix City residents were not planning to rest on their laurels. The old vice-ridden Phenix City was no more. The goal now, to push forward together on every possible front to develop the tremendous industrial and business possibilities of Phenix City, a community truly deserving the title of All-America City.